as witnesses whose evidence may be material or relevant to the subject matter, to procure all such evidence, written or oral, direct.
For Chief Executive, tell them that the committee is not willing to go the way they think, or to be taken for granted. But if you think they have the obvious power to do that, or capacity, then we shall meet at the appropriate point. This is the last point I'm taking. Colleagues, I have to go this way because, like I did mention to you, even after writing the series of letters, they decided to neglect even the remaining agencies. Rather than coming, they have decided also to write letter of apology. Can you give me the list of the agencies? Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, these are the ones that are here. Industrial Training Fund. Industrial Training Fund that we are conducting interviews for recruitment just on Thursday and Friday. Today they are writing letter of excuse not to be here. And the Sugar Development Council. These are the agencies we scheduled to come. All of them have decided to neglect us. And I want you to press, with the press, help us. The last time you people were the one carrying out information of the committee doing its job, when there was an ad hoc committee of GAGD. And you know what you wrote there. And we're trying to stop some of these things that possibly are seen as lapses from on side. And then make every chief executive accountable in line with the spirit of Constitution. And this is what we're going to insist on. And I'm giving this all these agencies. And those who are yet to appear that have been invited, that they don't know to taste the will of this committee. And by the grace of God, we are going to live up to our responsibility. Colleagues, you have the opportunity to contribute.
This Constitution, and subject to the provisions thereof, the Senate or the House of Representatives.
You were arguing that only you knows how you source, how to, sponsor your trips. But you made mention in this your document that there are so many trips that they might not be appropriated. So, Honorable Minister, I want you to calm down and explain to us. Just calm down. Explain to us. We are all working for Nigerians, and we will support you to achieve this your renewed hope agenda. We will support you, even if it warrant for us to write to the budget ministry that your budget, you have justified to us that you need increment in your envelope. We will do that. But all we need is working synergy. Without that environment, if you cannot give us that space, I don't think we can work together. Like if we look at this GPMIS expenditure, there is 1.5 billion naira. We are just thinking there are some crony, it's not well clear. So my own is for you to justify all those funds that you made mention in your document, clarify them, let's work together, let's see how we will support your ministry and, the people of Nigerians. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. So start from my sister's question on the monies for the contractors, why they were not paid. Please, and be direct. Thank you.
Let me start. Honorable said, the lady said that the PAMSEC was not there as at the time some of the monies were released. But when I mentioned that 2020, I was not there, I was attacked. Like
2023. 2023.
No, you said that I said 2020, I was not there. And you said you took an excuse. I'm just trying to put something straight. Then the contracts. On the issue of the contracts, even the ones given while I was there, they have not been paid. Yes, they have not been paid. So there is no partiality here except that we are underfunded. We don't have money. They have not been paid. That's why we moved the ongoing project to this year's budget so that they will be able to pay them. Number 2, I am not the chief accounting officer. I am the executive officer. And I depend on people around me to tell me how things are done in their departments. And the issue of the First Lady's office is on Airport Road, no address as it is. So I knew it was on Airport Road, but I did not start going there to start working with them or to sit down there. Then the issue of, no contract has been paid. The only money paid so far was only 30%. The other money till date has not been paid. Then the issue of 1.4 million for Anambra State.
Minister, 30%, is it for your recurrent expenditure or
from
for
capital,
the contract?
From capital.
From capital.
Yes, sir. Then the 1.4 million to Anambra State. We all know the amount air flights are. If you pay for 3 people, including myself, 1.4 million in normal circumstances couldn't even cover it. That was what he wrote there. How much is one person to and fro? And I'm allowed to go. Even then, I was allowed to go with 4 people. It's only recently the president. No, it won't be only fueling. If it's Anambra State, it can't be only fueling. It can't be only fueling because I flew. Some of my aides flew, and then
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
And if even 1.4 million to fuel about 5 or 6 vehicles, it's still not much to go and come. Because we go with the bus, we go, my vehicle, we go, other Hiluxes, we go, pilot vehicles, some vehicles that will carry some of the directors, we go. It's still not too much to fuel a vehicle. The vehicles, you know how much fuel was costing even before now. It's only 1.4 million we're talking about.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Okay, please, Madam, just a minute. Procurement. Yes, last week, when we did our sitting here, we were able to confirm that the payment for these contractors had been paid into the ministry's account. And these contractors have worked, they have delivered, and they have not been paid. And there are monies that came from Accountant General's office is no more in the ministry's account as we speak today. Where is the money? Procurement, please answer this question. No, I know why I'm referring to him. Yes, let him speak before DFA will speak.
Good afternoon once again. And the base of that, we didn't do anything on that year.
Colleagues, sorry.
Expected to be in office on the 22nd of July. So, yes. So, I don't know, maybe the committee can...
Are you the one studying for him?
Yes, presently. Yes.
So when we are there next week, Tuesday, come alongside with the letter of and then you are directed. I don't want to come here, it's ready to direct. Directed to Polish and Service, it's ready to direct. I'm not believing you people. But that's the way and manner you people are taking a chance to be honest. We are little things that you think should protect you and protect us. The editors are now sending little things. What do you absorb? I don't know if it's been here since 2007. This is the worst set I'm seeing in terms of oversight. Compliance. What over the system that we have? Parliament cannot summon you against Parliament. I have been invited somewhere. Which other body is supposed to legal than Parliament in Nigeria? Which other institution? In which climate this kind of nonsense has been done? Unacceptable. Unaccepted. It's insulting. So Tuesday next week, we have given you, alongside these agencies, and our own is that you write them officially to ITF to suspend their exercise for the recruitment until they appear before the committee. Thank you.
he agreed that others are released, it's a logical.
You know, in appendix of your pages, you know, unbudgeted international trips.
Don't edit it.
Okay, sir.
In the name of God.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir.
And then the remaining chief executive, gentlemen of the press, help me convey this message. Help me convey this message to them too. That the committee frowned at what they have done and were very much unhappy, and that we are giving them the last warning for them and any other committee that we have given invitation. We are not going to take any excuse. Every agency of government must come here to render its account and answer its own name. This is what we stand for, and this is what we are going to pursue. And I believe we are in unison in this quest for accountability on behalf of all Nigerians. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
160, 130.
DFA, why were they not paid? The procurement officer has made it clear that by procurement law, before they even award the contract, they will ensure that there is fund to fund that job. So apparently, the money was there. So why were they not paid? Please, I just want the answer straight. Don't waste our time.
I will give you the answer right there. Now, the money was released up to the tune of only 25%.
We know it was only one item that was not released.
No.
We know.
That one item, how I hope I will get the document specifying that, because I read out the explanation of each warrant. Two of them that came last year, one before I joined the ministry, one after I joined. The description is being released of capital cash needs for the ministry. It didn't say except Nigeria for Women project. I've been emphasizing this, but you know, understanding differs. There is no document you lay your hands on now that we say that monies released last year excluded Nigeria for Women project. That is why we are having this problem.
You are still not ready to answer the question the way you should. Permanent Secretary, please, can you tell us why these contractors have not been paid?
You're distracting us.
Permanent Secretary.
No, I gave him, that is 2023.
Want Nigerians to know why these people, these poor Nigerians have not been paid. Because some of them, their monies are not even, you know, they are not even up to the money you people used to fuel your cars from the records that we have here.
Honorable Chair, Vice and members, I think I wish that we had brought the Accountant General's office here so that they can address the budget subheads that were released, because now it becomes a bit dicey. Like I said, let me also place it on record. I only resumed in February. This whole thing happened last year, 2023. And all these issues, I met them when I resumed. So I am not in the position to say what was or wasn't. But like we agreed at the last meeting, there were major subheads, out of which some monies were released. And then part was not released. And the DFA has made a very fundamental statement now, which says that the warrants that he got only said capital needs, and it did not specify. Now let us put that on one end. What we might now need to do is to find out from the Accountant General what specific budget subheads for 2023 did you release. If we have the warrants stating clearly what was or wasn't released, then they make our job easier. And then that way we can say X was released, but was not paid. Because if we put that together with what the procurement officer said, please, can we have one house? If we put that together, please, with what the procurement officer said. He said, by law, letters are not awarded for contracts until funding is available. We all know that as a procurement rule. And he is insisting that these monies were available before those letters were awarded in 2023. But now we also need to juxtapose that with the comments of the DFA that says the releases he got did not specify what projects they were exactly for. So I think for us to make a very objective assessment of the situation here, we might need to see these warrants. What exactly was the funding released for? Because we know that about 70-something% was not released, and the amount for Nigeria for Women Project was that same amount that wasn't released. But then, there is no warrant. So if we can get that warrant that tells us precisely what was released, I believe that will help us to go forward with this.
Okay, thank you. Let the deputy speak. Please, we are getting the warrant. Put it there. Take notes, clerk.
My chairman.
No, please, hold on. Let the deputy speak.
My chairman, dear colleagues, Honorable Minister and your team, Mr. DFA, I'm at a loss because fortunately I attended the last meeting. And one of the reasons why we took you on oath was to get the truth from you. And today you have deviated. You have deviated because you did say, yes, there was release of money and you take instruction from principal. And there and then, I confronted permanent secretary. He said he was not in the known. And I still making my statement that you are running the ministry with your minister. Both of you, I
take exception.
Please don't interrupt, honorable member. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt, honorable member. Please let her finish.
I am not scared to anybody. I don't want it. She should withdraw her statement about me.
Honorable minister, calm down. Honorable minister, calm down.
Repeating what I said. I confronted the permanent secretary and the DFA last week Thursday. I'm still alive talking. You did say it's what they approved to you. I said, Mr. Pam said, what happened? You are not in the known. I said, look, I was twice commissioner in my state, and the accounting officer is the permanent secretary. Please, you people should work with the permanent secretary. Didn't I say so, Mr. DFA? I am still saying it because from the revelations, what's coming out is one-man show. One-man show you people are doing. Two-man show.
Can I talk since you
say things without facts?
Please, honorable minister, we will call you when you have to come. Just calm down. Don't worry, you will talk. You will have your time. You will have your time. Honorable minister, you will have your time. You will have your time.
Yes, no fairness here. It's a trap. It's a trap, but I'm not going to jump into it.
Thank you, Chairperson.
I will not jump into the trap.
Please, honorable minister,
I fear nothing. I've stolen nothing.
Honorable minister, you will have your time to talk.
Tampered with anything. That's why I don't fear anybody. I'm not
Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister.
Honorable Minister, we are working with records. We are working with records. We are working with records.
Yeah, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, hold on. Chairperson.
Honorable Minister, please, can you allow us to finish this meeting properly? No, you cannot interrupt. You cannot. Off your mic. Honorable Minister,
not be accused here. I cannot be accused that I keep quiet.
Honorable Minister, I think the committee is being so lenient with you. You are attacking the supremacy, the autonomy of this institution. We cannot come to your ministry and shout at you the way you're doing. You need to appreciate the standing of this institution in our nation today. No one of us will come to your office and shout the way you're doing. I'm being very, very honest and truthful to you. Now let me land. I understand that you're new in government. When I came in and I saw Ambassador Aduda, I was a little at ease because I know him. He may have forgotten me, but I know him when he was permanent secretary for Foreign Affairs, and I know him to be a PAMSEC that knows his onions. So I expected that this would be a lot.
Honorable colleague, I'm sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It seems the honorable minister doesn't want to calm down. She doesn't want us to go to the root of this matter. She's challenging the committee. She's, being rude to even honorable members. and this is very insulting and highly unacceptable. You are interrupting honorable members when they are speaking. We are still here. I told you you will have your ground to speak. And in view of this, honorable members, I cannot be here and allow the honorable minister to insult any member of this committee. We are going to adjourn Synodal, and I hope that by the time we call the honorable minister again and this team to come together, we'll be able to behave yourself. We are going to have a report to the leadership of the House that the honorable minister is not allowing us to do our job. She's interrupting. She's not answering the questions the way she ought to. And the records that we have is what we are speaking to. We have not manufactured any record here. Everything that we have here, they are from your ministry. We are only asking you to account for the monies that was paid to you. And you are speaking about monies that was released. We are all aware that the only item that was not released is that single item. That 10 billion, over 10 billion item. We are all aware. We don't want anybody to come here to play on our intelligence. We are only concerned about these poor Nigerians, that their monies are being withheld, that are being misappropriated to pay some other contractors for other projects that were not appropriated for. This sitting is hereby adjourned Synodal. Thank you very much. Thank you.
She will be patient. They beg.
Letters to. Every agency must come here and render its own account. These other ones, we are giving them next week, Tuesday, to reappear. Their reappearance is Tuesday next week. Would it? Get it? With the relevant person. Thank you.